everybody. Thanks for coming out. And like you said, it's never easy, you know. And we finished second here last year, so we're hopefully gonna try to do one better here this weekend. And in terms of defending a championship, you know, last year we did it on consistency. We had 8 podium finishes out of the 10 races, and our worst finish was a 5th. We're just kind of always thereabouts, but we never won a race last year, but still won the championship. Where this year, hopefully we can do it slightly differently by at least getting a few wins, and hopefully that starts here this weekend.
Now, Harry does have a win at this track in 2022. Obviously the track's gonna be a lot different this year. If people don't know, it is fresh pavement. Now, fresh pavement, what does that mean for the drivers, fresh pavement?
Yeah, it can mean a lot of different things sometimes, but heard some rumors. We think the track's going to be quite grippy this weekend. I think it's going to be a lot faster than years past, which is going to be quite interesting. You know, Elantra and TCR loves the grip, so we're really just looking forward to seeing how all that feels on the first practice session.
Now, when you get here for that first practice session, I know you visualize, I know you have simulators, but no one's been on the track yet. So because no one's been on the track, do you just assume, well, let's see how it is, and then you're gonna find out how quick it is. But with that said, do you think there's gonna be a possibility of track records this weekend?
For sure, you know, usually new pavement means track record sometimes. Really looking forward to breaking that record in our Elantra this weekend.
Now, I'm gonna, first off, this track is so famous for their corkscrew, and for all of unlucky people out here that don't get a chance to be driving that car on that corkscrew, tell us what makes that section of the track one of the most famous in all of motorsports.
Well, I think you know, it really depends on, I guess, what generation you're in. But for me, the corkscrew is famous from probably the Alex Zanardi pass on Brian Herta, right? One of the final laps, and now Brian Herta's our boss. So, you know, thankfully he's not here because he'd probably not want me to talk about it. But like just seeing that as a kid and watching that race live, and then seeing the replays and the video for my whole childhood, and then having the chance to drive the track as a kid in junior formulas and early 2000s for me. It was just an amazing feeling. It's always one of those tracks that has so much heritage, so much history, so much passion. The fans are always great, and the track has character. And you do the corkscrew for the first time, and it lives up to the hype, because you can't really see where you're going. And like someone told me, like, oh yeah, there's 3 trees, and you aim for the middle one, and then you just like let it drive straight down. And I'm like, you're joking, right? That means we aim for a tree and just like straighten the wheel and go down, and like it works. It's like they actually planted the trees with the drivers in mind. But it's you basically have to find every reference you can around a racetrack, and the corkscrew drops downhill so fast, so aggressively, that you can't actually see the track that you're going down. Kind of like a roller coaster. Once you tip over the edge and go down, if you're in the front car, you can't really see, you know, the rails anymore. So
you're coming on over, and then you're seeing the track. Now, I'm sure it gets a little dicey on over there when you have slower vehicles that are coming up. You're battling tooth and nail. Describe, you know, I'm sure there's some white knuckle times when if you can't see it, you're just aiming for a tree. You know, do you just hold your breath at times?
But yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's also, the corkscrew is a great passing opportunity at Laguna Seca, and it takes a lot of commitment because the approach is a big uphill like section leading up to the corkscrew, and as you brake, the track flattens out, so the car gets a little lighter. So it moves a little bit in the brake zone, and you're turning to the right. There's a lot of scenarios that go into it, but yeah, I mean, honestly, it's an amazing complex of a racetrack. Probably one of the highlights of the year, I think, for most drivers, is the section from the corkscrew down to turn 10, because you do the corkscrew and that's a rush, and then you're going downhill so fast down through turn 9. That's just a really high-speed left-hand corner that really tests the car and the driver as well. So that whole section can kind of make or break your lap. It's such a challenging track. It's always competitive, so trying to find every little tenth of a second is really important, and you can really throw it away in that section.